Majo John Madden with another installment about the Banos of Mexico. Bathrooms, public bathrooms. I've made a lot of videos on this topic. You might accuse me of being focused on it, but I consider it, while it's the thing that polite people don't talk about, it's what we all do, and it's pretty damn important to feeling good, right? When I was back in Asheville, North Carolina, where I was for 16 years and left 4 years ago, I used to tease that I was regular. My bowel movements were regular because I would be constipated for 2 to 3 days, and then the third or fourth day would make up for it with several good bowel movements or a whole lot of diarrhea. I called that regular. And I can't pin down when it all changed for me. Did it change 4.5 years ago when I had my big spiritual awakening? Did it change before that? It was before that I got off. No, it was after that I got off all my psych meds. Is that what did it? Was it going to the country and my rural lifestyle, which agreed with me so much and slowed down my system and got me so healthy? I bet that's when I really nailed it down. Because these days, hey, every day, 1 or 2 great BMs, and so solid, they're either like little golf balls, or a big solid baseball, or a nice loaf. And almost no paperwork required at all. And I love to do it in my camper van. People say, well, how do you go to the bathroom in there? Well, I like a nice low position, and between these 2 seats, my butt fits in there just right, and I get super low, and I can nail a paper plate or something smaller, and then it takes like 1 square to wipe up. Yeah, that's me, and I love it. It's just one of the many ways I'm so much healthier than I was 4 years ago. So tonight, as I went on my hotel goose chase because I want to watch the Grammys, I'm so distracted because there are all these wonderful people walking by. I love the people down here. They are so refreshing after being up in the ritzy, upper middle class Boca del Rio, where people are, their noses in the air. They think they're better than anybody. They wear expensive clothes, expensive ear pods, ride expensive bikes, and they're moving fast. And the seawall there feels like a dangerous place because they fly by on their bikes, they fly by on their rollerblades. Yeah. This is peaceful. This is so sweet here. So I've commented in the past. I've been in Mexico for 10 months. I've commented on how hard it is to find a public bathroom. It's like it was in the COVID in the U.S. There just aren't public bathrooms. And you often have to pay a piddly amount, 7 pesos, something like that. And you often have to bring your own paper if you have to wipe up. Or if they're charging you 7 or 10 cents, they'll offer you paper. But if you get in there with no paper, they also, the plumbing is so terrible in Mexico, they encourage you to put your used toilet paper in a little garbage can in there, rather than to attempt to flush it. And my favorite restaurant in El Diamante, it only sometimes flushed at all. Mostly, a lot of times you had to bring a big bucket of water in there to flush it. And that toilet was not fastened down. It would rock and roll. And I often figured, well, what happens if I absolutely knock it over? Which you could easily. So, yeah. That's, and no toilet seats. It's de rigueur. It is common that there's not a toilet seat. I guess people steal them. I don't know what the deal is, but no toilet seats, and I've gotten used to that. That's not a big problem. It's really only hotels and nice restaurants and stuff where you have a toilet seat. Nice department stores. Coppel almost always does, but I was in the one in downtown Veracruz does not have toilet seat. So I've already done a video about my wild goose chase trying to find a hotel to watch the Grammys tonight. The backstory of that is that I did find a place to take a pee in the middle of my walk between two parked tour buses. I checked them out. I've learned that between two cars can be a great place to pee, or between the doors of your car, a great place to pee. A stall, that makes a stall. But two tour buses, nobody in them, and they were very close together. And I banked on the possibility that nobody would walk by because there hadn't been a lot of foot traffic. So that I took care of that fine. But where to take a poop? Oh my God. And I was looking for hotels, so when they would turn me down on a hotel, I thought that maybe because I had made a good faith attempt to get a room, they might offer to let me use the bathroom. But some of these hotels don't have a public bathroom. It's only in the rooms. And so I always got turned down. Finally, I got down to a little restaurant right in the market, just a few blocks away from here, that I love. And that I owed him money. He had let me take a meal 3 weeks ago or something when I first got really poor here. He let me take a 70 peso meal on the tab. And he said, only once. I can only do it once. And so I walked by and paid that and gave him 30 pesos tip for peanuts on top of that and said, can I use the bathroom? He said, sure, go back there. Well, it was the worst public bathroom I've encountered. Now, I've got, my right knee is pretty blown out, has been for years. So when I do a long walk like I did this afternoon, it really stiffens up. And that bathroom was like 3 feet by 3 feet, basically. So even to get down with my bum knee was really hard. No toilet seat, and it was right next to the kitchen. So the conversation in the kitchen in Spanish was right on top of you. No toilet paper. So I fished out some used toilet paper out of the can. I've done that before. Oh, this one doesn't look too bad. and it was so hot and the floor was wet. I had to make sure not to let my shorts hit the floor or they're going to be soaked. Oh boy. And I was so uncomfortable and so uptight in there that I couldn't do it. And I'd been holding it so long. That's when I get constipated. As if I've been holding it, then my system is saying, well, we're holding it, aren't we? And I knew that if I had a cigarette, that could have broken the log jam, so to speak. My friend Josue, the mechanic, where I spent 13 days on his mechanical lot outside of Victoria, in their bathroom on that lot, they have a can for cigarette butts and a pack of cigarettes in there because they know also that having a smoke helps. But right next to the kitchen, I couldn't smoke a cigarette. So getting off the seat in that tight space with sure no grab bars, disability grab bars in there, was quite the deal. And getting my shorts back on without getting them wet on the floor. And when I grabbed my shoulder bag, my wonderful ripstop nylon shoulder bag, I found that I had put it on top of the toilet paper. There was toilet paper there all along. That was pretty fun. I had a laugh right in there. So I don't know if you, like me, like to poop at home. When I used to go to Louisville, Kentucky on a regular basis, my system knew when I had gotten home. Okay, good. I have to go now. Thank you. You got me home. I would like to go now, please. And that'd be really easy. So my last stop, my friend Michelle is singing tonight. I may possibly get over there while she's still singing. I am barred from the Hotel Mar y Tierra because in spite of the fact that the staff all love me, many staff love me, the really uptight rising star manager of the front end, who didn't know me at all, and it was after the week after New Year's was quite busy there because the kids were still out of school, and so a lot of people took vacation. But by then it was dead, and there was nobody in the lobby. And I would go there to charge my devices and use the Wi-Fi. And I was good friends with the general manager. You know, it should have been fine, but there was no reason for her to enforce the policy that only guests can stay there. And I had stayed there once. So she threw me out. And my friend, the general manager, he just had to support a rising star staff who had upper middle class aspirations and considered me poor, and yeah. So I'm not welcome there. But when my friend Michelle is singing, I am welcome in the restaurant with her while she's performing. The bathroom is right next to the restaurant. I thought, you know, it should work. But at the last minute I blinked. I said, no, it's not worth it. I'll be tense. I still won't be able to go. And so I smoked a cigarette as I was coming down here to my car. Got really happy and content, and there was a piece of cake. The whole thing was fine. It went fine. And I had nice air. And instead of the noises of the kitchen at that restaurant, I had the lovely, happy sounds of kids playing around the car, and nobody could see me. I've discovered that before. The very low position, nobody can see me. So I'm happy. I'm not post-coital, unfortunately, but I am not in post-menopause. So I'm post-something, postpartum. I'm post-Emily post. I don't know. I'm post. I can't quite get the word. Maybe I'll get the Spanish word. But I'm happy. Yeah. Okay. So, if that was too much information for you, you bailed a long time ago. We're 12 minutes into this sucker. You were gone a long time ago. But if you liked it, leave a comment. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. That's the answer. Shut up, John. That was the fine. You're supposed to finish with a line like that. Bye.